countless generations have we awaited
Damn, he looks cool.
this moment. Your struggles have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin.
Mm-hmm. And what you can do about it?
Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Ooh. And what's this? Clive on the throne of Rosaria. All the important people in his life, I guess. His dad, young Joshua, Jill and young Jill for some reason talking with each other. Sid and Mid.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
Hey Bass, welcome back to Stream Friendo. How are you doing today? I'll fill you in on what's going on in a moment.
These are the wages of your will, son.
Let it just be known that we fought Ultima.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
And now he's trying to make
There's no
Clive
returning,
doubt himself, I
Clive.
guess.
No matter how hard you try.
So why not leave it all behind?
Oh, but young Joshua hasn't said anything, though.
Leave it all behind.
And stream has gone well. Thank you very much for asking. Okay, but what of young Joshua?
Clive!
Yeah, young Joshua's gonna be the only one that helps Clive snap out of it.
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
I yearn, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts? What if it could all just go away? Just go away.
This is pretty messed up, honestly. Ultima's really getting, like, Clive's mental down. Once again, young Joshua.
Clive!
Watching Rosaria burn.
None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Ah, the Phoenix down.
Come. Remember who you are.
Clive.
Once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive.
That's true.
Clive Rossfield. Look, Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Mythos all along.
Hmm?
The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone. The power of creation.
Huh?
Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
We've done it. Ifrit risen.
Our flames burn as one!
I like how in awe he seems.
This is no mere evolution, it is deviation. And herefrom does Logos rise.
Logos? Oh no. He's one of those people trying to sell me logos. Is it gonna break? Wow. So that's the last mother crystal down.
Damn it, Clive. Wake up. Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
Yeah, the interdimensional rift's kind of crumbling around us, isn't it?
And once again, 'tis my creation.
For some reason I thought I heard a guitar.
Laid before it. Steeped in conceit.
I don't know why.
You fancy yourself a god.
Just all of a sudden I heard.
Embrace
Am
Logos. But we
I crazy?
put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin does our true power quicken. And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Mythos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering.
Okay, now how are we gonna cheese it out? Oh, he's He's just gonna help us out? Oh. Yeah, so he's not dead. He's not dead yet. It's not over quite yet.
So the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. Its chorus building. A crescendo as it enters its final movement. Stirring those long aslumber to waking. And back to their origin.
Ooh, that would be freaky. That would be really freaky. What? What? He's taking up in the sky. This is very Final Fantasy. It's like a floating crystal chrysalis. Maybe it's not floating. Maybe it's... No, it is probably floating. I thought maybe that was the bottom of it. But no, just think Kashyyyk withering away.
The bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they?
Oh, I made it blow my nose real quick.
Fuck me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Is that ether?
Like I said, nose is just a bit dry.
What in good Griga's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill! Is everyone all right?
We're fine.
Surprisingly,
What
yes.
happened?
Too much to explain here. Mate! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship!
Was it
I will
Dion?
be with you, Anon. Thank you.
Okay, now Dion's just showing off. By the way, thank you for the posture check on the hydrate. Really appreciate it. Nancy Bass says, yeah, I think there'd be more. Oops, I'm gonna head back, so ciao for now. Alright, sounds good, friendo. Hopefully you have a safe trip. Yeah, I can see now we got that big beast just floating up in the sky. Yeah, twin side's completely gone. Interesting. Go on. I'm just gonna clear my nose out, so I'll just be like 1 second. I'll literally just be 1 moment. Just gonna turn the webcam off so no one sees. Okay. All right. Okay, that's much better. That is much, much better. Still feels a bit clogged, but no, I'll need to mess with the humidity. Let's go back to the hideaway. Back to their origin.
I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine, and I'm going to need Otto's help.
Items at Curran's Toll. Got a new missive as well. Let's go sort all this out.
Clive.
Indeed, I'm Clive.
If
Hello.
you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
The Defender's pretty solid, actually. That's all. We don't want to do that. Yeah, not good. Not good. I mean, technically, I think this is still better, but not right now.
Finished, are you? What do you mean?
Okay, so we'll go and we'll just talk with Tomes right quick. Because I'm willing to bet we get a collectible for getting to level 10, probably.
I have a few new notes that might interest you.
And we're zooming up there, too.
For me, I should be happy to answer it.
Okay, so Bestiary. The two icons of fire united as one with a might that far exceeds either icon alone. With the body of Ifrit and the wings of the Phoenix, its appearance closely resembles that of Ultima, as depicted in the ancient murals of the Circle of Malleus. Could this be the final true form of the vessel that Ultima requires to remake this world? Infernal icon. A form long since discarded by Ultima that brings to mind Ifrit, the icon manifested by Clive. It is seemingly incomplete, lacking as it does the wings of the being created when Clive and Joshua combined the powers of Ifrit and the Phoenix. Interdimensional Ultima. In order to further test the strength of the vessel Mythos, Ultima lured both Clive and Joshua deep into the shadowy depths of his fractured mind, where he faced the brothers clad in the remnants of his erstwhile flesh. The Infernal Icon. A species of beastmen native to Ash. Though they were seen fighting alongside Waluder forces in both Dhalmekia and the free cities of Canver, the death of King Barnabas saw a shift in their allegiances, and they now bend the knee to Ultima and no other. I was going to say, I know we have the Behemoth. There you go. Towering agents of destruction known for their distinctive dual horns and a roar that can topple the mighty heavens. Simply the mention of one has been known to instill fear in the hearts of even the most seasoned of warriors, and as such, few ever venture to hunt these beasts of legend, leaving them to roam the blackened hills of Ash undisturbed. That is, save the scant few the royal army has somehow remarkably managed to fetter and tame for deployment on the front lines of battle. Enormous glassy mountains that once towered over the lands of Velisthia, providing the crystal that the people of the twins relied upon in their everyday lives, while at the same time leaching aether from the earth. Clive and Joshua learned that they were planted there by Ultima for that very purpose, that the creature might accumulate enough aether to cast a supremely powerful spell, one that would remake the world. Barren wastes where the aether has dried up entirely and no longer gives the land life. Not only does this render magic all but unusable, but the ground and water are also stained darkest black, and not even the smallest seedling grows. Little to the knowledge of the most Velestians, the spreading blight is in fact driven by the mother crystals that drain away the land's aether for Ultima's ends. Though the beings flew to Velestia to escape the blight, overuse of magic by the human civilizations that followed only succeeded in despoiling this last unblemished land. I like how Ultima's just like an alien. The art of channeling aether to make one's imagination manifest. Bearers and dominants can cast magics without a crystal, but this comes at a cost relative to the amount of aether channeled. The crystal's curse that petrifies their flesh For this reason, Ultima's incorporeal form prevents him from casting the supremely powerful spell with which he means to remake the world, and so he seeks a vessel strong enough to withstand the torrents of aether required. Which is us, I suppose. Great beasts. The behemoths and fafnirs of the realm, large dangerous beasts to whom all others bow. These creatures ruled for generations as the kings of great forests or tall peaks, only to be driven from their homes by the blight and forced into unwelcome contact with humanity. They tend to have little tolerance for ethereal exposure, so it is common for them to turn Akashic on the merest contact with an aether flood. It doesn't sound very nice. Soulless automata largely composed of aether, whose only drive is to see that their creator's will is done. They appeared all over Valestia after Ultima brought about primogenesis and the skies of the realm fell dark. I thought I was going to say fell to darkness, but then it didn't do that. Where Ultima uses mythos to describe the vessel he has long awaited, one into which he can pour his soul and cast a supreme spell. Logos indicates its blemished form, a vessel over which the will of another has complete claim, making of itself a false god. So we're false godding it up, huh? Oh, sin. I know Final Fantasy X. In Ultima's eyes, mankind's greatest sin is the awakening of free will. His servants straying from the path their creator laid out for them, and forging one of their own. However, Clive contends that this is a sin by which Ultima is equally bestained, and indeed, if humanity is indeed Ultima's creation, does not their every action, every emotion stem from him? Kind of bringing about like real religious thought into this too, I see. Interesting. The paradise Ultima seeks to summon into creation, one free from the blight that almost ended his race. Though Barnabas believed that he and his fellow faithful would be allowed to join his deity there, he was mistaken. Only Ultima and his kin shall have a place in this new paradise, a paradise freed not only from the blight, but from humanity. Okay, I just want to see if the picture is any different. A realm comprising the twin continent of storm and ash, over which the Mother Crystals once stood vigil. Countless eons ago, Ultima arrived here, fleeing the blight that devoured his own homeland, and resolved to rebuild the world and usher in a new and final age of pure reason. It was he who placed the Mother Crystals in each corner of the land, that they might harvest the aether he needed to achieve this end. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, we have almost everything. The sole surviving nation in Ash, shortly after the death of Barnabas Tharm, scion of Zemeckis, and the cat's paw of Ultima, Drake's head was shattered, leaving the capital of Stonehour without Mother Crystal and King. Capital of the Kingdom of Waloed, located on the coast of Frigg's Calm, Ash's northernmost bay. Its Mother Crystal, Drake's spine, was eventually destroyed by Sid and his allies, but by this time, the city had already been lost. Its leader perished atop a distant spire, its citizens reduced to mindless thralls, and its streets claimed by orcs and masterless beasts. A Mother Crystal had towered over Stonehour, capital of the Kingdom of Waloed. The fall of Drake's tail meant that for a brief moment, it was the last remaining Mother Crystal in Valestia. That moment, however, ended abruptly when the spine fell following Clive's otherworldly struggle with Ultima. Better read this one. I think I did, yeah. In the year 878, the Waloeder capital of Stonehour, already besieged by Akashic and Beastmen, was rocked yet further by the destruction of its Mother Crystal, Drake's spine, at the hands of Sid the Outlaw and his companions. A once independent state straddling the continents of Storm and Ash, Sandbraquois dominance here, and with it, any semblance of order was brought crashing down in the bloody coup led by Prince Dion Lesage. Not long afterward, Twinside's luckless inhabitants were subjected to further misfortune when the fall of the realm's final mother crystal at Drake's spine caused an ancient construct to rise from beneath their city, sowing death and devastation in its wake, and effectively decimating the already reduced populace. It's called the emergence of Origin, huh? The Origin, there you go. Interdimensional rift. Do both these. A place beyond space and time, termed both a rift between worlds and our darkness by its creator, Ultima. Clive and Joshua were forcibly summoned here by the mad deity that they might reflect upon their transgressions. All same thing, by the mad deity when they ventured too close to the heart of Drake's spine. Upon fighting their way free, the pair emerged to find that their victory over Ultima had resulted in the shattering of the Mother Crystal. A vast structure that lay dormant beneath the crystalline dominion for countless centuries. When Ultima's scheme reached its final stages, it was summoned from the depths, sowing untold destruction and leaving bleak black skies in its wake. It eerily resembles a Mother Crystal. That's pretty eerie. Just same thing. I mean, I guess it's all different. Okay, so dominant of the second icon of fire, Ifrit. Unlike the other dominants, Clive has the curious power to absorb icons from their hosts and wield their strength as his own. The being known as Ultima appears to crave the same power, identifying Clive as Mythos, a vessel for power unlimited. However, Clive refuses to surrender himself to Ultima's will, making of this godlike being another enemy in his fight to build a world where people can live on their own terms. Dominant of Bahamut, Warden of Light. Knowing all too keenly how Ultima's machinations are ushering the world to its doom after the events in Twinside, Dion pledges his allegiance to Clive and Joshua Rossfield, arriving on the Enterprise just in time to ride to the brothers' rescue in Stonehair. We only have one more person of interest. Yeah, I only have one more person of interest. All right. That might be Moss the Chronicler himself, maybe. I know we have one for Moss, I think. I'm not too sure. Anyway. A young woman with child who made her home in the Waluder village of Aistla. After the Archie sky spread across the land, her fellow villagers turned to Kashyyyk and departed for Reverie, leaving her alone. Afraid and in hiding, by fortune, she was found by Clive and Gav, who took her back to the safety of the hideaway. It is speculated that the reason she survived is because the child growing inside her is a bearer, and thus more able to resist the effects of Aether. One of a race of ancient godlike beings, it was their creation of magic that led to the rise and spread of the Blight. The few survivors of their race fleeing to the unspoiled land of Alestia to attempt to remake the world. For this, they created the Mother Crystals to harvest huge amounts of Aether and sowed the seeds of humanity, that it might one day produce a vessel strong enough to channel it. That the humans would one day develop wills of their own, they did not foresee. Yeah, wills of their own. That would be... I guess you wouldn't really imagine that would happen, right? It would be quite a shock.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Yes, actually.
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts?
Really?
Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters, so that an ether flood wouldn't mean instant death for their riders or drivers. Me, I reckon they built it up over generations. Too many foolish traders driving their birds into floods, and only the toughest surviving.
I mean, that could be very possible. So I was thinking about it during the final fight with Ultima. I wonder if there's a collectible for getting all of the weapons and all of the Orchestrion scrolls. Which I hope I didn't miss out on any.
Trouble with your gear, or something for you, dear.
Ooh, that's a better weapon. By 5, but I mean 5 is good enough. Throughout history, many prominent battle strategists have declared that the best offense is a good defense. So with a name like Defender, one might assume this blade the best of both worlds. Now, oh wait, Behemoth Shackle. What if I don't want the Behemoth Shackle? So I don't want to make that yet. I need a Behemoth Shackle for that. I don't want to make that yet either. So I need more Orichalcum. So I'll make the Circle of Heaven.
No scratches, all right?
I'll make the Sun Bracelets.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
I can't do the Defender anymore because I did the Shackle, huh? I needed... Oh, no, I need some Clutch Mine. Shit, how do I get Clutch Mine?
That it? Fine.
Maybe she sells it. She might, to be fair.
Still alive, are ya? If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
Do you sell Clutch Mine? You do. I need only 2, I think.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Maybe I need more. I don't know. We'll find out.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
So what do I owe the honor? What's saying for you, dear?
Defender, it was 2. Perfect.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Oh boy, I need more Clutch Mine. Need Behemoth Shackle to make that oh no, because I've already got +1. So I need more Clutch Mine. You I can do.
You can thank me later.
You I can do.
Yeah, that should do you.
So I just need more Clutch Mine then. Gotcha. Get up to level 2 and then oh, we're cooking, man. We're cooking.
It's a dangerous world out there.
You know, just for the sake of safety, let's go ahead and actually like buy a lot of it. Let's go ahead and buy like yeah, sure. 100. Yeah, we'll just buy 100. Sure, why not? I was gonna buy like 80, but 100, sure. Use the forge.
So, what it be?
Reinforce the defender. Make it a +2, please.
Work, but it'll do.
And not bad.
First the skies, then the crystal.
It's looking pretty good too.
What next?
All right, neat. Neat, neat, neat. A new life. While the going was slow and not without the occasional run-in with some straggling orc, I saw Edda back safe to the Shadow Coast, where Mid was waiting kindly with the Enterprise. On the voyage home, I like to think the poor lass opened up a little, telling us about her life and the life she wants for her baby. But I suppose it's up to us now to make certain the little one gets it. Gav. Yeah, so we'll go speak with Otto in the mess then. And then I guess we'll probably unlock some more side quests. Maybe the final ones. That'd be exciting. Sure, you know, let's talk to Dion.
I have wronged so many. Ruined thousands of lives.
No!
I did not deserve to be saved. But save me, you and your brother did. Your uncle, too, forgave me my sins. Offered me a chance at redemption. Yours is a fine family, Ifrit. Cherish it.
Yeah, thanks, Bahamut. And look at that, though. I like you can see it from here. Ever looming.
Origin, he called it. But the origin of what?
What is it?
Interesting. It's kind of like a giant egg, if you really think about it.
There's something about it.
Delphine, scrubber of stains. I just noticed that. Okay, it's kind of funny. So you don't have anything new, right? Nectar. Nah, nada. Alright, so let's speak with Otto so we can unlock some more side quests.
Still alive, I see.
I am.
Something tells
Surprisingly.
me that I saw on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that? It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once. Right. All hands on deck then.
All hands on deck. Yeah, everybody's here. Nice.
Is this everyone?
Seems like it.
As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Yeah, that's right. She used to live there. Thanks, Dion.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Yeah, every place is doing really bad, actually.
I've sent the curse breakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case.
That's true.
People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new mother crystal is like the others?
Hmm.
That it draws upon the land's ether?
That would make sense.
Certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archae above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we gonna manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
Yeah, it's...
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Aye.
Right. That's right. Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh? Thank you.
New side quests. New side quests.
Joshua seemed upset.
Nope. Darn. Okay. What's the bard have to sing about for this? Hey, bard.
from diverse hands a dawn is spun in crimson
A very kind of haunting song, actually. Nah, all right. That was way more haunting than I thought it would be. All right, then. Now, how do we get up there? I mean, Joshua can fly, but presumably. Anyway. I guess Ifrit could probably jump.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain.
Yeah, we can't have that. Not getting the bad end.
But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
Exactly, right?
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember.
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings?
Ah, I guess Dion can fly too. That's a good point.
Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god.
Assuming he can still transform, I assume he can.
You succumb to fatigue before the fight begins.
I mean, because Garuda could.
Your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
He's like, no.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
Yeah, so we're all coming back alive. I don't know. I feel like we're not all coming back alive. Side quests? Side quests?
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill.
Side
I
quests?
only hope she understands.
Side quests. Am I gonna get any side quests? Wait a minute. Okay, no, she is in the room. 'Cause, I mean, look at all the things I still have to finish here. That's a lot, actually. Maybe if there is a post game, maybe you get one in the post game.
Come to wish on a star.
Nah, just like the olden days.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive?
Yeah.
You always are.
Yeah.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
Is it gonna... Oh, man. Is it gonna be a really sad ending? Is it gonna be a really sad ending? Oh, man. I feel like it's gonna be a really sad ending. There you go. New side quests. Oh, good. Yeah, there's gonna... Okay, good. They gave us a lot. Perfect. No new hunt, though.
Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
Yeah, okay. So we're going into the final chapter. Oh. In a mood. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gab in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones. Gotta help Torgal.
What is it this time, Torgal?
More than words. In search of a lost tome. Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exist ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime. And it was a chance encounter with one such tome from a distance that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, I know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Do I have any quests in, like, other parts of the world? I do. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the lead up to the final fight. So that right there is the end of the game. So the rest of the stream will probably be cleanup. There might be some cleanup at the start of next stream as well, but we're getting there though. We're getting there. Ask about Origin. You're set on this plan of yours then. I am. Where's the dialogue? This is weird. This is weird. There's never not been like dialogue with Clive, I don't think. I think Clive has always had dialogue. You never were one to shy away from a fight. Some might say it runs in the family. Ha! Your father would be proud. I'm willing to bet they probably threw this in last minute, maybe.
Thank you, Uncle.
I know he'll be with us up there.
As for down here...
Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. You may take comfort in the knowledge that the realm will be in my capable hands until your return. Ha 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 ha! Indeed. All right.
Clive, my boy. Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
Too true.
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
Fair.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
So we got to unite.
How would one even begin
the
to
realms?
unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain
Okay, that does make some sense, yeah.
Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
Havel the Rock?
He was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
Of course, right.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally.
Fair.
Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle. And he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person.
I think that's
You don't
fair.
mind, do you, my boy?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
Three's Company. Okay, I think that's all I can hold in my priorities. I still have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3? Yeah, okay, it's not too bad. Oh, Joshua has one. What does Joshua want?
Oh, Clive. This is it then, brother.
Our last dance with Ultima awaits. Only the founder knows what's up. What awaits us up there.
Indeed.
Ultima is the founder, apparently. But whatever we find, we shall overcome it. It would not do to disappoint our friends. They all believe in you, Clive. They would follow you to the ends of the earth if they could.
You're wrong.
My friends don't follow me. They spur me on. I couldn't have made it this far without them. Nor without you, Joshua. You gave me your blessing and made me your shield. Without you, I don't know how I would have even survived. Even when we were apart, you were always with me. And I trust you'll be with me now until the end.
Of course.
Whenever that may be. Where there's a will.
Sure what's wrong. And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will.
Really?
Or
something akin to it.
His will? How? Where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle.
Ooh.
After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Yeah, me too, actually.
So that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Yeah, I mean, I want to see it too.
I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
Okay, I want to see if it would stay around if I was holding the button at a certain point. Oh. Okay, Dion, what do you have to say?
Courage, Ifrit. My decision is made.
I shall carry you and your brother to Origin, that the Lesage name might live on in honor, not in infamy. Even if I should not. Your Highness? You're not.
You said it yourself.
This is a journey from which I may not return, and yet I am resolved to go. Ultima took much from me, and he means to strip us all of what little we have left.
He must be stopped.
Whatever the cost.
He must.
Thank you, Your Highness. You are so overhasty as you are as overhasty as your brother. Save your thanks for when this is over.
My decision is made.
Okay, it's just same thing.
You said it yourself.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
He must.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah.
Make ready.
It just showed he had more.
The hour fast approaches.
I don't know, maybe he doesn't.
I await your word.
Okay, so Gav. Oh no, you're not Gav. You're Doris. You're Doris.
Sid, do you have a moment?
For a side quest, always.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her.
I see.
With no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated.
They spelled jailers the normal way.
Next.
Interesting.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
I'll go take care of it. Oh, then we go together, sure. Why not?
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past.
Mm-hmm.
Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
Yeah, we'll go save him.
Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
Probably will be.
As do I, Doris.
Nobody's tool. Is that the final quest pickup, or is there one more? There's one more. Oh, two more!
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
Always.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Cursebreakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout.
I like Gav.
Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, it does. Sounds fair.
So you happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
My time is yours.
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Ah, it feels so weird knowing we're doing the final quests.
Northreach. I suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Like, it's all just the build up.